Beef slowly braised in vin rouge de Bordeaux. This is my Paris Bistro version of beef in red wine with mushrooms. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for today's very special video presentation. We are making a very quick and simple version of beef bourguignon, but we do need to use a really good full-bodied red wine for this. I'm using a Bordeaux. Any good full-bodied red wine is absolutely fine. I also want to use a good quality beef stock or beef broth. That's really important. The beef, any stewing cut of beef is fine. I'm using top rump or eye of the rump. I've also trimmed the fat off. If you are okay with the fat, then leave the fat on. It really doesn't matter, but I have left it in massive chunks. Chunks about the same size of a baby espresso cup. Just think about that size. That's the size I've left the beef in. I don't want it to shrivel up and go to nothing. I want it to be chunky on the plate. We'll also need some flour, some French butter, some chunks of mushrooms, some finely chopped onions, some rosemary, thyme, Dijon mustard, garlic, and some tomato paste just to make it nice and smooth and velvety. This is a simple beef and red wine casserole with mushrooms used in French bistros all over France. Let's melt some of that butter in that pan, shall we? And I'm going to take half my beef. And you can see those chunks of beef, they're quite big, aren't they? That's what I want. I want big chunks of beef. I want to make it really look amazing on the plate. Let's season it with some salt and pepper. Now, I'm not putting any oil in the pan with the butter because normally that would stop the butter from burning. I want the butter to get a little bit burnt today. I want us to have a slightly burnt butter flavour to our end dish. I'm going to caramelise my beef pieces, get a nice brown edge on the outside of the beef. So brown it off really, really well and then remove it to a plate that's nearby. And you can see those lovely dark bits on the bottom of the pan. In with the second batch of beef. And once again, the same as the first, get it as brown as possible. Okay, that's done beautifully. And our dark bits on the bottom are going to be removed shortly. So remove the beef onto the same plate as the other lot. Caramelised edges on the beef are worth everything in this dish. Just a little bit of extra butter's going in before I throw in my onions. And you can use any onions you have. I've just used regular white onions, finely chopped. Red onions is fine. I'm also going to put in some minced garlic, a little bit of fresh rosemary, a little bit of fresh thyme. Might have got that the wrong way around. Stir that through, try and scrape some of those lovely bits off the bottom. But don't worry, because we're going to add some liquid. A little bit of beef stock, or you can add a little bit of red wine, and that's going to deglaze the bottom of my stainless steel pan. As you can see, it's all nice and clean now. All those flavours are swimming around with the onions and the garlic and the herbs. Okay, let's put in the tomato paste and the Dijon mustard. And we're going to give that just a brief stir around. Once that's nicely mixed in, we're going to return the chunks of beef to the pan, along with all those amazing juices. It's quite difficult to tell you how wonderful the flavour of this dish is. So you really must try to cook it. Just mix the beef round with all that lovely paste of onions and mustard and tomato paste, herbs, garlic. Get that nicely mixed in. And all the time I'm on a medium heat, unless I tell you it's a low simmer or a vigorous boil, it's a medium heat. I'm going to throw in my mushrooms. Now you could have added these before if you want. It really doesn't matter at what stage you add the mushrooms, as long as it's before the beef or at the same time as the beef. Let's put in our fabulous Bordeaux Superior, followed by the beef broth. And we're looking just to cover everything with our liquids. And once it's covered, we're going to increase the heat a little bit, and we're going to bring it to a vigorous boil. As you can see, those mushrooms have slightly shrunk, and the beef is just floating on the top of that fabulous broth. Look at that. And like I said before, big chunks of beef, it just means that it's going to look much more spectacular on the plate for your guests, for your family, whoever you're cooking for. Once that's boiling away nicely, let's put a lid on, turn it right down to a simmer, and leave it for 2 hours. After 2 hours, you'll notice the liquid volume is slightly reduced, and our beef is amazing. Now, I don't want the beef to fall apart. I want it to stay in big chunks because I want to really enjoy a beautifully presented dish. If it falls apart too much, it won't look great on the plate. The big chunks of beef are going to make it look spectacular. But those chunks of beef are very, very tender. About 6 tablespoons of juice I'm taking out of the pan now and popping it in a glass dish. And then I'm going to add to that juice 3 heaped tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to take my little whisk and just whisk that all together until it's a smooth, lump-free paste. And that pot should be on a very gentle simmer. Once we've mixed the paste and there's no lumps, let's just drizzle the paste into our pot. Try and get all of it out, scrape out if you have to, but make sure you get all of it in. Once you put it all in, just start to stir it round and you will notice instantly the gravy will become thick. And it really is perfect. Once it's thickened beautifully, it's pretty much ready. That's as easy as this dish is. And please notice the fact those big chunks of beef have remained intact. You can see it's tender because the beef is starting to shred. Let's serve it up, shall we? Have a close-up on those big chunks of tender beef with mushrooms in a fabulous dark red wine gravy, enhanced with garlic, tomato paste, fresh herbs, a little bit of butter. Classic French style cooking for a French bistro. This is my Paris Bistro version of beef and mushrooms in red wine, everybody. And as usual, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and smash that like button. It's huge for us with the algorithm. Share this recipe with your friends and leave me a comment below. I know this isn't beef bourguignon, but my God, it's as good as. It doesn't have the whole onions in. It doesn't have the bacon in, but you have this with mashed potato, and I promise you it will be a memorable meal. I'm going to absolutely destroy this dinner.